Okay, everybody, it is me, Gregory Mannarino. It is finally Friday, June 11, 2021. And let's talk, you and me. Let's put this together. Let's start off with the markets first. Right now, stock trading doesn't start for about 30 minutes. Stock futures are higher across the board, pointing towards new record highs for this market. Again, with this tech sector bailout, easy money. What else would you expect? This is where the market's going to go here. There's no crash in sight. There's no top for this market in sight. Ignore anyone who's telling you that. As a matter of fact, if you see some freak on some YouTube channel or somewhere else trying to explain to you that this market's going to crash anytime soon or that we've hit a market top, you should put a comment there and say, duh! It's not happening. Sorry. I know some of you don't like the duh, but hey, get used to it. That's part of my thing. All right, anyway, so stock futures higher across the board. Crude oil above $70 a barrel. Silver. You watching silver right now? It's over $28 and going much higher. As we all know, it's going to waver around. You know that. Precious metals, people, to me, in this environment, still remain the best trades on earth. Physical metals. I've been telling you this since time immemorial, and I'm telling you again right now. 10-year yield lower, but stable as of late. I think the market is anticipating what I said yesterday. What did we find out? The European Central Bank is increasing its asset purchases, and the Federal Reserve will. They have to. They're going to follow suit. So the taper talk, also complete nonsense and garbage. They're not tapering anything. They will be increasing, not decreasing asset purchases. So just be ready for that. Dollar right now, slightly higher. And that's kind of where we stand. Let me just sum that up real quick. Stock futures higher. Crude oil, $70 a barrel. 10-year yield lower, but stable. Silver putting on a nice gain right now. Gold actually is fractionally lower, and cryptocurrencies are about flat. Okay, that's where we stand pre-market, and this is just lovely. Now, this morning, and this is the narrative, and you know it. It's everywhere. Inflation, inflation, inflation. So what they're doing now, pay attention to this because you're going to see more of it. Bloomberg this morning, and I'm sure Fox Business is going to follow up, and CNBC, they're parading out these so-called economists, and this morning they had one out on Bloomberg. As a matter of fact, two. And again, it's baffling to me. They're trying to push the temporary narrative. In other words, yes, we have inflation. Yes, it's rising at the fastest pace we've ever seen, but it's also temporary. But what bothers me, and it's probably bothering you too, they're not explaining at all why this is temporary. In other words, it's temporary, but why? Why do these creatures, okay, because that's what they are, they're script readers, they're told what to say, or maybe they really believe it, I don't have any idea. All I do know is it's not temporary, but that's the narrative, and they're not explaining why. It's clear to me as to why it isn't not temporary. Again, all of these extra bills that are existing in whatever form are just beginning people to chase the same amount of goods. This is economics 101. Okay, so these lofty economists who are 100% wrong all the time, they're not explaining why this is temporary, with the Federal Reserve continuing to run their inflation creation machine, and the fact that the Fed will be increasing asset purchases. Not just that, as the Federal Reserve pushes the overnight rate or the federal funds rate to zero, that's where we're going. But no one's talking about it. It's astonishing to me. Well, that's not true. We heard from a billionaire fund manager yesterday, Stanley Druckenmiller, who's pointed his finger right at the Federal Reserve. Deutsche Bank, another criminal organization, but at least they're pointing their finger at the Federal Reserve saying it's the Federal Reserve. But that, is part of the mechanism here. For the most part, people are going to be, told to look here. Don't look here. It's the mechanism through the mainstream media. Again, it's a mass hypnosis or mass brainwashing mechanism to try to get a particular narrative out via the mainstream media channels. That's how they do it. If you can control the media, which they do, they can control people's minds. Again, and fear is a big thing here. And relieving of fear too. Don't let people realize the environment we are in. It's a crime in progress where central banks are taking over the world. You can't let people know that. They must be, kept in the dark, lied to, told to focus on nonsensical things. But you and I, we cut right through the dog shit. Okay? Let them fling all the dog shit they want at us. It doesn't matter, because you and I, we have such a handle on this market. It's not even funny. Real quick, couple of heads up. Number one, and I'm getting a lot of messages about this. This July 4th party out here in Vegas is going to happen. We had to change the venue. We're locking in a new venue over the weekend. Okay, so get your butt out here. It's a free party, July 4th. Here in Las Vegas, me, the Barrel Buddies are putting this on, and you're going to see the Crypto Kid there too. I already have a lot of people. Like I said, I had to change venue because it's got pretty big. So July 4th, here in Las Vegas, come down here. Let's meet. Let's all talk. I think it's going to be fantastic. Number two, tonight, if you happen to be in Las Vegas, I will be hanging out with the Pharaohs, the oldest car club in America, with my 68 Camaro SS, big block on nitrous. This is going to be at Dairy Queen at the corner of Rancho and Craig. Just let me double check on that for you, but I want you to look that up. It's a Dairy Queen out here at Rancho and Craig, and it should be a lot of fun. I have no idea how many people are actually going to show up for this thing. But I know some of the Pharaohs are going to be there. I'm going to be there, and it'll be fun to see you guys there. Yeah, here we go. Dairy Queen at Rancho and Craig. It starts about 6 p.m. If you have some kind of a classic car, bring it down. If not, just bring yourself. We're going to have a blast. And then tomorrow, I'm also going to be hanging out with the Pharaohs again at another cruise, and this is going to be at like a Sonic out here. And this is every Saturday. This is going to be every Saturday. This particular one is at 7:30 p.m. here in Las Vegas. And this is going to be fun. And the address is 1426 Lake Mead Parkway in Henderson, Nevada. This is going to be a lot of fun. Kind of like American Graffiti, like Mel's Drive-In. It's going to be a blast. So if you can't make tonight over at that Dairy Queen I just told you about, try to make tomorrow night. I think this is going to be great. I intend to do a lot of hot rodding and quite a lot of drag racing. All right, people, with that said, look, this guy here loves you a lot. I hope to see you at least one of these events, the July 4th one, tonight over at Dairy Queen, Craig and Rancho, 6 p.m., or tomorrow night over at Sonic. It's going to be a blast. Let's have some fun. Let's have some freaking fun. Love you a lot. See you later.